Hey everyone, today I'm going to do a review on the Shengshou Wind. I got this from Amazon.com, but there's places that you can get it, such as iCube Mart, Speedcube Shop, Cube Depot, and the Cubicle. So there are plenty of places to get this cube, and I have to say this has been a strange cube, but in a good way. So let's start off with a really quick size comparison, like all reviews usually have. So it's about the same size as a Zanchi, but although it is a little bit lighter and has this strange feeling when you just hold it. The feeling when you hold it, it has a bubbly kind of feel, like the pieces are more rounded and curved on the sides, similar to like let's say an F2, like this white cube right here. It pretty much feels like this, just holding it in your hands. Yeah, it just has that little bubbly feel. I'm not too sure how to really describe it. So let's get on to a little bit of the sticker quality here. The stickers are nice. This one side is peeling right here because the sticker is put on wrong. But other than that, the stickers are actually holding up pretty well. I put the ISO logo on there. But the stickers are actually quite nice on here. And they're considerably good for Shengshou products. Unlike we've seen for the 4x4 and 5x5 and beyond and stuff like that. So let's go on to really the turning feel of it. So it's pretty interesting. It turns really weird. So if I turn it right now, you can barely hear it. I can barely hear that. But if you speed it up, you can start hearing it. So this cube is pretty interesting. So if I turn it really fast, you can start to hear it, but just slow turning, you can barely hear it at all. Speed up, you can still barely hear it, but it's still noticeably quieter. It's really a weird feel. It's so smooth. It's like a really smooth cube. You can't really compare it to just one cube. You have to like mix up a bunch of cubes together. So if I had to compare this cube, I'd probably compare it to these two cubes. A V-Cube 3, since they do use similar mechs, and I'll talk about that later, and the Shengshou F2, or Type F2 as people call it. So the reason why I picked these two cubes is the V-Cube 3 has the same feel of it, but it doesn't have the same bubbly style or bubbly feel when you hold it. So it has the same feel, but not quite the same. It doesn't have the same turning speed either. This is a little bit slower than the Shengshou Wind. Now, the reason why I compare it to this is the feel of it when you just hold it in your hands, and also the turning. The turning is just as fast as this. Turning is just as fast, but it has a different feel. It's smoother, but has a slight bump to it. So these two cubes, if you combine these two cubes together, it would come out to a Shengshou Wind. So I'm gonna do quick turns on it just to show you guys the movement. Alright, so let's get on to the mechanism. I'm pretty sure you guys are interested in seeing that because Shengshou is notorious for taking mechanisms of it. I'm pretty sure there are pictures already on the internet, but I'm going to show you anyways. So here is an edge, and here is a corner. So I'm going to show you the edge first. Now on Cubix's review that I've watched before is that, here I'm going to use this syringe here, or not the syringe, I'm going to use the pencil. So as you can see here, Cubix said in his review that this track is very effective in the cube, and it actually quite is. As you can see, like he says in the review, I put lube all over this piece just to test it, and as you can see, this is dry, and there's still some lube here, and there's not lube at all in here because I didn't put it on there. I actually put it right beside it, but it's not there anymore. I guess it's quite used, but the point being is this track is the main friction point, which is quite interesting because I haven't seen any cube that applied that type of mech to it. And here is the corner. I'm just going to show you right next to it. So you can see there is a bit of space in the cube. You can see you can just kind of press it down a little bit, but here's a corner piece. It's very robust, not really many curved pieces on here. Curved, yeah, just scooped really. And it's just looks like a regular corner piece. So you could really see on the centerpiece, once I show it, yeah, there it is, that the track is very noticeable. If I turn the cube, it's also on the centerpiece, so it kind of like follows that track. It's a very interesting mech. And here's the corner with it, as you can see. So it's a very interesting design, and I'll show you guys the center cap if I can take it out. Oh, wrong way. So it's just a regular center cap, and yeah, screw. Pretty sure you guys know what a 3x3 looks like. So putting this back together is a little tricky sometimes because it can be hard to put back. But I just loosened my tensions and it's fine now. It's pretty easy to take it out and put it back in. So lockups and pops. I haven't received any pops on this cube because I don't know. I just haven't received any pops. It's the mechanism that provides that. It's really good because, like, if I show you guys the mech again, that the corner is held in pretty well. See, I'm shaking it really hard and it won't come out. So this will provide for the corner not to fall out, and as you can see, I'm having a little bit of difficulty putting in the edge right there. So, and there's one more thing that I found out that was pretty interesting. If I take out this edge too, hold on. So if I hold it like this, now with a Guhong, if I can find one, actually I'll just use it, yeah, I'll just use a pink Guhong that I got. This is my pink Guhong. If I see right here that on Lubix's video they show that the Zhanchi was good for this reason. Now here it is. So when you turn it, it won't pop out, but if you have it at perfect 45-degree angle, it can easily just pop out. Let's put this back. But on here, figured out that if you turn it at a perfect 45-degree angle, it's very hard to pop out. See how hard it was actually to pop out? It's still weak, but see, it's held in pretty well. It just won't pop out. So there is a reason why, and I just showed you that why it doesn't pop, and it's pretty interesting. And it's so simple how they did it, but at the same time, it's really effective, which is quite interesting because Diana's created all these different methods like Zhanchi with torpedoes and other stuff like that, but no one's really taken the time just to simplify it and make it that easy to not make it pop. So on here, the lockups, if I had to go into that, it's really, it's noticeable, I have to say. On outer layer turns, it's not as bad. So you can see Y-frame was pretty simple. It's more noticeable on M slices, as you can see. See, on M slices, it's quite noticeable. I like to do H-frames just randomly, so I've quite noticed this. So on outer layers, it's not as bad. So if I do like a T-perm like a lot of people do now, which I don't like to do that much, but ooh. See, it does lock up still, but not as much as the M slices do. So yeah, M slices mostly pop, or not pop, they mostly lock up because of the lack of corner cutting, which I'll show you now. So corner cutting, 45, no problem. No problem. 45, pretty acceptable. Everyone would agree that's a pretty acceptable corner cutting. So now reverse corner cutting. As you can see, it has trouble reverse cutting. If I do on this side. See, some sides don't reverse corner cut and some sides do, which is a big problem with this cube. See, it's the reverse corner cutting is the problem in this cube. Well, oh, wow. But like, it's this corner cutting, this reverse corner cutting is extremely inconsistent. Sometimes it'll do it, sometimes it won't. Sometimes it'll just lock up, sometimes it won't lock up. So it's really a hit or miss, and I just gotta lock up there, like from the back, like that. So yeah, the lockups are actually quite intense, but I am planning to Guhong mod this to make it into like a Guhong mech. Not completely, but like the scoops in the corners and the rounding in the edges and the centers. that's basically what I'm gonna do and see the results of it. I know a few people that have already Florian modded, like the Algorithmist, and who else? I know one more. No, I think that's it for now, as this video has been made. But yeah, the lockups probably will disappear because the Guhong is just really good at reverse cutting. So if I turned it into this, I think those lockups would disappear. Just a hypothesis, but I'm not too sure if it would really work. So overall, would I recommend this cube? Definitely. This cube was very cheap. I got it on Amazon for $7. I heard you can get it for $6. It's a really good cube, and it's just a good for any cuber, really. It's super smooth and quiet, and out of the box, it comes out perfectly. Like, I just lubed it just to make it a tiny bit better. It didn't really even make that much of a difference. So this cube is actually a really good cube for just beginners. They can just get it out of the box and just play with it, really. It's just honestly a really good cube. Everyone should get it because it's a good training cube for me. Like, I use it for warm-ups a lot, and I use this to just do slow turning and practice look ahead a lot. And yeah, it's just a really good cube. I don't know how to describe the smooth feel. The feeling is good, and it trains cubers to be a little more accurate. And once they get down to that sub 30 or sub 20 level, they can buy like a Diane cube. And then they'll be good off because then they don't have to worry about those lockups anymore, and they can actually take advantage of the corner cutting. So yeah, this cube is quite nice. I would recommend you can get it on Amazon. I'll leave stuff in the description for it. So yeah, go check that out. I'm just gonna leave all the links that I know of for stores in the description to where to buy this. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Please subscribe for some more of these videos. I haven't posted a lot of reviews yet, but this is one of them that I'm gonna post. So yeah, guys, see ya.